What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Sean's Oasis, the only spot online where you get a massage for your mind. And if you're looking for a good time, then you have already... You can say to your friends, here's what I find. Whenever I go on to Sean's Oasis on my time, I gotta level with you. I got no freaking clue how tonight is gonna go. Not one iota. Because here's the real scoop. What's on the docket for tonight? Getting freaking real. Glasses off, hat off. Hi. I'm Sean. This is how I like talk when I'm normal style. And when I'm normal style, I'm not streaming. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna stream. I'm thinking about my relationships. I'm thinking about my job. Thinking about my family. Thinking about my family. Whenever I'm not at Sean's Oasis, I'm out there thinking about my family. No, the real talk is that wait, we don't need real talk. What's on the docket for tonight? I'll tell you. It's a variety show. What's a variety show at Sean's Oasis? I'm so freaking pleased. I'm pleased as punch that you asked. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. Just you and me together in this lobby space. I'm gonna talk your damn ear off. I'll tell you a story or two. Mint Soda's in the chat. What's up, Mint Soda? Hi. It's just you and me. So I'm gonna talk directly to you the entire time. I'm gonna say, New York Shock Zone's in the chat, y'all. Will Sean remember Flower this week? New York Shock Zone asks. That's a good freaking reminder. I'm gonna leave that message up so I do remember, because for a few weeks now I've forgotten to do the all important deep breathing exercises here at Sean's Oasis. You know, there's within each of us there lives two wolves, and in New York City subway, sometimes you get this art with concepts, and there's one that has a poem that's like, in the war between man and nature, nature cannot win, but cannot lose either, or something. And then there's like a Mother Goose quote. Minso said there are two Dr. Peppers in all of us. There's two wolves in all of us. One of them is Dr. Pepper. That doesn't sound as good as when you crack open a can. The other wolf is doing deep breathing with a lotus flower. You put the Dr. Pepper in your body, and then you put the breath in your body, and both of these things affect your mind. Some people call Diet Dr. Pepper the meditation of the every person. The meditation of the lame person. And who am I to disagree with that? Who am I to disabuse the populace of such notions? Whoa, so... what we got on the docket? Just gonna hang out, tell you what I've seen this week, tell you a story. Story time. I haven't concretized story time aesthetically, but there will be a story. Something freaking nuts happened this week. I'll tell you about it in about 20 minutes. But then after that, we're gonna do some SoundFont music. Then after that, we're gonna spin the wheel of games. Then after that, we're gonna do some meditation music, and then we can all go to bed. New York Shock Zone in the chat says, meditation and spicy root beer Zen Garden. Welcome to Sean's Oasis. The perfect blend, in balance, like two palm trees on either side of a beautiful person. We have meditation and spicy root beer. When Mint Soda shouts out for the wheel of games, and Mint Soda, you're gonna freaking get it. All right, it's 8:35. I'm not forgetting anything this week. Everything's gonna be above board. I'm not gonna drop any frames. I dropped 554 frames already. My computer's telling me that encoding is overloaded. That is so stressful. But the point is that we're gonna, what better time than to do some deep breathing, right, folks? We know it, we love it. So when the flower closes, that's when it's time to breathe. And by breathe, let me ask you something. Do we think of breathing as when you breathe in or when you breathe out? What's the part of breathing? What's the chicken or egg of breathing for the audience? New York Shock Zone says, here we go, breathing again. New York Shock baby gotta learn how to breathe somehow. You gotta put New York Shock baby as close as you can to as many screens as you can, and all the screens have to have meditation content on them. So, alright, when it closes up, Mint Soda says seconded. Thank you, Mint Soda. I assume you're seconding me. When it closes, when it starts to open, I hate this. I'm so hot. Summer has arrived. I don't know what's gonna happen at Sean's Oasis during the summer. Mint Soda says motion past. Shock baby in front of screens now. I want Shock baby in front of screens yesterday. The cinema, the iPad, everything. Roblox. We gotta get Roblox in front of the children as soon as possible. As soon as we can. It's good for baby. Roblox is good for baby. New York Shock Zone says the truck horn woke her up. Is that true? Is that true? Is that actually? Is that true? I gotta have soothing sounds. I gotta make a whole soundboard of just like jingling of keys and what other kinds of sounds do babies like? I need that robot from Star Wars going ooh-bah, ooh-bah. Do babies like when you go Alright, we have to do a breathing exercise. When the flower opens, we breathe in. When it closes, we breathe out. We're gonna do it 5 times. It's 5 seconds per in and per out. I'm just gonna say in and out, okay? Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, blow style. Like you're whistling, but not whistling. All right. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. So if we all did that, we should all be feeling pretty freaking good, even if we're dehydrated. Even if it's so hot and we've been drinking less water than usual. Even if. New York Shock Zone says in the chat, it's okay, she fell back asleep. Oh my god! How bad am I? My impulse was to slam on the horn. How deep does that like stinker impulse go that I want to mess with a off-screen baby? That's why I need Sean's Oasis. I gotta learn how to freaking chill, dude. You can't be messing with a baby. Except for Peekaboo. Peekaboo's messing with baby. When does it end? What, honking the horn? I don't want to do it. Just a little bit. Does that mess with baby any more or less than Peekaboo? Peekaboo. New York Shock Zone says, okay, she fell back asleep and is yelling at me that they thought that this was an Oasis. That's the thing. Sometimes in the Oasis, you gotta remember you're in the desert, man. You're in the desert. All right, what's on the docket? I had a hell of a week. Moving on. No, I went for a big bike ride. The sun is finally out and shining, and on Saturday I had some free time, and I found myself in New York City, in Manhattan of New York City, and I went to Katagiri, I went to Kinokuniya, I ate some onigiri. I'm trying to think of a word that rhymes with Kinokuniya, because I went to Katagiri, I went to Kinokuniya, I ate an onigiri, So I biked home from around Bryant Park in New York City, all the way from Bryant Park back to redacted neighborhood of Brooklyn. I will not be doxxed. I will not be doxxed. Back in the Sean for the Shawnees days, I used to record all my videos of me walking right up into my apartment, and I was so scared that I was gonna get, like, murdered. Mint Soda says that they love Redacted. It's a hell of a neighborhood. A neighborhood on the rise. I'll tell you this much about my neighborhood. It's a neighborhood on the rise. So I biked home from Bryant Park, and while biking home, I saw a sight that I often see when I take a certain route home. I witnessed it's a big pickup truck, and on the back of it, it's got a litany of bumper stickers. Now, the bumper stickers that we can see, I want to draw a comparison between the two different bumper stickers that we're seeing here. One of them has two skeleton hands flipping you off, and it says, "Fuck around and find out." The other one says in an old English style font, "Misunderstood, period." And I always laugh when I see this mixture, this combination of bumper stickers. Because what kind of person is this? What kind of person does this evoke that's like, fuck around and find out, like super aggro, but then it's like, but I'm just misunderstood. Don't take my aggression as weakness, like, fuck around and find out. I'm misunderstood. You just don't get me. Fuck you. Fuck around and find out. I'm misunderstood. Like, who's fucking with this person all the time? Who's giving this person so much guff? Because when I read misunderstood with a period, I think of like sad and like lonely, like isolated, like a lone wolf. But then maybe that's the thing, the lone wolf gotta bare their teeth. They've been hurt before. Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. Yeah. So who is that? Who is this? And then they got another bumper sticker too. This one's on the back. It just says antisocial. That one makes more sense. And you can see from this bumper sticker that there used to be a different bumper sticker underneath it, but then they ripped that one off and replaced it with antisocial, period. Antisocial, I think, ties everything in a nice bow. Cause like, you look and you see, fuck around and find out. I'm misunderstood. And you're like, who is this? And then you see, I'm antisocial. It's like, oh, you're antisocial. I get it. New York Shock Zone coming in with the type of wisdom that only he can provide, says the kind of guy who says you can say whatever you want to me, but if you disrespect my friends, I'll kick your ass. Damn. But then even that notion is rebuffed by the antisocial bumper sticker. But maybe the antisocial, because it's like, I'm antisocial, I don't have friends. No, I think what they're saying with the antisocial bumper sticker is like, no new friends. I keep my family close. Like sometimes you see the bumper sticker that's like, what is it? It's like, loved by few, feared by many, loved by few, feared by many, respected by all. Has anybody seen that bumper sticker? I feel like it's a certain type of character, a certain type of person that's just like, I fucking love my family and fuck you. Like, I keep mine close. I protect my own. I'm antisocial. I'm misunderstood. Misunderstood is the one that confuses me the most. That's the most vulnerable one. Like, I'm just misunderstood, man. Because like inherent in like putting the word misunderstood on yourself is like maybe some yearning for like I don't think they're saying I wish people understood me better, but there's definitely some yearning baked into that, right? Misunderstood, like no, you're getting me all wrong, or just I know that people get me wrong. But like who among us hasn't seen the meme that's everyone at the party thinking for the New York Shock Zone, I'll read your comment in a second. The meme is everyone at the party thinking I live in this world, but I am not of it. Y'all seen that meme? New York Shock Zone says Sean encounters townies for the first time. I was waiting for the New York Shock Zone style wisdom of like, New York Shock Zone has probably known like 20,000 people with this exact personality matrix. The people from my hometown are freaking nuts. We'll talk about that later. That's more of a mint soda awareness type thing. But so yeah, I encounter this pretty often when I'm on my bike rides. It's down, what street is it? It's on like 7th, I think, or no, it's 12th. They park on like 12th, and I don't want to dox this person, but if you ride along 12th, you too will discover this beautiful car. Don't egg their car. They're gonna, that would equate to fucking around, and then I would find out. I'm kind of nervous to even be posting about this kind of stuff because this is gonna get back to me, and I'm gonna find out. So also on my journey this week, I discovered a disturbing new update to the sour straw cannon, which is a pickle flavored sour straw. I don't really have much to say about this one other than it's like it represents a sickness to me. I think there's a whole escalation of snacking. I think we've encountered faster and faster snack updates in this realm, in this world. I saw some candy recently that was like, it's gummy candy that you peel, and that's the whole thing. And I was with my friends and they were like, oh yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, no, I tried it. I didn't like it very much. And they were all ready to be like, yeah, I've heard about this and I've tried it. This is a trending new candy. But pickle sour straw, I also imagine some people just fuck with that. Like, I don't know if this is just a meme candy. I think this is just like a real flavor experience. I did not buy it. I buy it, but I didn't buy it. What else we got on the docket? I'll tell you this much. Freaking this thing. I encountered some chalk drawing that said, "Can you play my game?" And I asked that to chat. Can you play their game? This creature? This like, is it a penguin? Just imagine walking around in a park and looking down and seeing this creature asking you, "Can you play my game? Can you play my game?" I didn't know. I didn't know if I had it in me to play their game. New York Shock Zone said it's vegan. I assume they're talking about the pickle sour straws. Maybe there's a delay on the chat. New York Shock Zone said I'm pickle straw, which I assume is a reference to Rick and Morty, which I'm not afraid to say that New York Shock Zone has seen every single episode of, because of having like an emotion, like needing to fill a void. Who among us hasn't watched every single episode of something that is merely passable because they're trying to fill a void? I think that's very human. You know how many YouTube videos I've just left on? God almighty. I'm doxing New York Shock Zone. What else we got on the docket? Oh, this one's the most disappointing of all. Can you play my game? Why does it disappear like that? I gotta fix that. Can you play my game? Which one is this? I'm so hot. I don't know what's going on. They freaking killed Zombocom. I saw a citation needed detail on the Wikipedia page for Zombocom that said that Zombocom got like taken down by hackers. That hackers took down Zombocom and then someone else snapped it up. I want to read what it says in the GD in the description there, When you go to Zombocom now, it just says, freaking, welcome to new management. This domain was purchased openly via GoDaddy, which already stinks of like, what? Shut up. This was just purchased. This was purchased. This was purchased openly via GoDaddy. We come in peace and with a wallet. This is like the worst possible thing that could have happened to Zombocom. This is pickle straws, who cares? This is like end times. This is truly end times to me. We'd love to also purchase the rights to the former site's content to help revive the infinite. And what? And why? Like, it's dark. Why do you want all that? Why did you buy Zombocom and then pretend that you want to preserve Zombocom? Wouldn't you just, if you really wanted to do this, wouldn't you just buy it and then try to track down the people who originally made Zombocom and be like, yo, I don't know why your domain went down, but I acquired it. Like, you can have it back. I'll give it to you for 1 cent. Cup, what's up, Cup? Cup has entered the chat. Cup, are you privy to this Zombocom news? Apparently in like January, Zombocom went down and then some freak purchased Zombocom. They want to help revive the infinite. Until then, everything here is new and unique. Old content rights owners, please reach out. Anything is possible. Like the onus is on the like people that actually did something 20 years ago and made Zombocom to play ball with the type of person that would upload AI generated music to a new Zombocom. It's so messed up. This is so freaking messed up. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking about like squatting on Zombocom is so dark. And like the tenor of the text that they have associated with it is so like, we come in peace. Like, haha. Like, no, you don't. You don't come in peace. You don't own Zombocom. You can't just own Zombocom. Fuck this. Fuck this. Cup says they cannot find tamarind Doritos in downtown Raleigh. Yo, imagine having Takis and Doritos all at once. Your gullet would thank you immediately. Cup says that they think I posted about this on Slack or on Blue Sky. 2 websites that I peruse from time. You can't go on Blue Sky. Blue Sky is, you can't go on Blue Sky. You go on Blue Sky and this is what happened to your brain. Cup says, what if the original Zombo creator died and the domain auto-renew just lapsed? It's certainly possible. It's certainly possible and probably realistic. But even if that was the case, then it's just like a sad, dark... That's like just like a spinning of the toilet. I find no peace in that. The thing that bugs me is that someone bought it and tried to resurrect it in this like weird half-measure way. Like maybe they have it up just to try to find the person, but I don't know. Somebody should do a 10-part podcast miniseries about what happened to Zombocom. New York Shockstone says, dead internet, brother. It's very true. The internet's fake now. They made the internet fake now. Cup said, how can you do Zombocom nowadays with no Flash? HTML5, brother. Zombocom was on HTML5 for the past however many years. And it was doing fine. It was doing freaking fine. Cup says, Takis would upset my tummy right now. Ha ha ha. I would rather have a Doritos with some chips and guac right now. Fair enough. Cup also says, I feel like if you wanted to resurrect it, just copy and paste the source from the Internet Archive or whatever. Exactly. This is, I'm getting dangerously close to going off script here. This is Zombocom. But no, the first thing I freaking did this morning when I encountered this dark news is I went to the damn archive. I went to the damn archive to see if, to just go back to the earliest iteration I freaking could find. Because in my mind, I was just like, God damn it. Somebody better have captured Zombocom. And believe you me, Zombocom has been preserved. Don't worry about it. Cup has complimented my transitions. Thank you, Cup. Yeah, HTML5 ZomboCom. Welcome to ZomboCom. ZomboCom it was HTML5 from 2021 to quote current. The author claims it was stolen by a hacker. The author. As of February 7th, 2026, the domain was put up for sale. The author claims it was stolen by a hacker. The author of what? The original ZomboCom or the new ZomboCom? I don't know what that means. The author. It says citation needed. Let's go to the talk page for ZomboCom. I don't go to the talk page very often on here, so let's figure out obmaz.com. What's obmaz.com? Caribbean? When I think Caribbean, I think of some Jamaican saying "Amon." Sorry for the stereotype. Oh God. Is this notable? Why is this on Wikipedia? I'm gonna say, come on, Richard. I'm just gonna say, come on, Richard. Is this notable? Come on, Richard. No, this isn't why we're here. We're here to look at ZomboCom. New York Shock Zone says SeanZomboasis.com. Cup 1995 says, I think ZomboCom is quite notable. It's the greatest website of all time. And thank goodness we got it still. This is the earliest backup.
Welcome. This is ZomboCom. Welcome to ZomboCom. You can do anything at ZomboCom. Anything at all. The only limit is yourself. Welcome to ZomboCom. Welcome to ZomboCom. This is ZomboCom. Welcome to ZomboCom. This is ZomboCom. Welcome. Yes, this is ZomboCom. This is ZomboCom, and welcome to you who have come to ZomboCom.
That's my favorite part. And welcome to you. Truly, there probably wouldn't be a Sean's Oasis if there wasn't a damn ZomboCom. You know? So it's like, to discover that ZomboCom has been taken over by some child with AI-generated music, we're done. We're freaking done. Cup says it's the only internet website on the internet, and that they're going to the ZomboCom meetup, ZomboCon. I'd go to that. A group of people who are down with ZomboCom? Probably a decent group of people. Probably a decent group of... Uh-oh, the bubbles are coming up. So yeah, that's the whole ZomboCom update for you. I'm not too thrilled about it. I also forgot to bring in the ball. So that's ZomboCom. It's sad what's happened, but this is the way of the world, I suppose. But I'll tell you what else you find in this world. It's story time. Everybody sit down. It's story time. So I was going for a walk the other day in Midtown Manhattan. Hustle, bustle, this way and that. Everyone's either rushing to get in front of you or walking slower than anyone's ever walked while putting both of their thumbs on a telephone at the top of stairs to a subway. There's no in between. It's either a person going fast in a weird way and then getting frustrated. And when those two people meet, oh, magic happens. New York Shock Zone says, Townies, pickle straws, gaming chalkbirds, dead Zombo, a dying American culture. It's sad, but it's why we have Sean's Oasis, right? It's why we need a place online to get a massage for your mind. Because, like, you confront the world and it's like, there is so much messed up stuff. But then you come to Sean's Oasis and it's like, you get a ball. You get a story and some music and some games. the lighter side of life. I'm no Hassan Piker. I'll put it to you that way. I don't know if I'll ever be Hassan. Think I could get an interview with Hassan? I'm not doing a good job with the ball. Minnesota said that's the best place to text. Right, at the top of the stairs with 2 thumbs. Best place. Minnesota says he's in New Haven right now with all the kids lined up to see him, right? Cup says standing in the middle of Times Square is a great place to just stare at your phone. Minnesota says go get him, Sean. I will. Back to the story. So there's hustle and bustle all around. But not only is there hustle and bustle, there's buildings and little islands of plant life, right? But even within those islands of plant life, you discover more buildings. So I was walking past one of these plant life islands when this gray device that we see here, this little bit of gray rose up out of the ground. I said, what the hell's going on over here? What's this gray thing rising out of the ground? And out of that plops a box. The gray thing rises out of the ground, plops a box, the gray thing goes back into the ground. And I'm just sort of looking at that. I'm sort of just looking at that that box that the gray thing has plopped out. And I'm thinking, what is this? What kind of birth have I just witnessed? If only I knew. If only I freaking knew the first thing about the types of births I was about to be subjected to. As I'm staring at that box, I see a little bit of motion. Like a vibration. Like the top layer of the box starts to glimmer and glisten and shake. Imperceptibly. No one else around me is noticing this. I'm just standing there staring at the island, staring at the box. And it's shaking and glistening. A very high-pitched sound can be heard, like when a lobster... I don't mean to invoke something sad and dark, but you know, like when you boil a lobster and you can hear them squealing? Yeah, it's like that. Sorry, I'm not supposed to bring that kind of stuff into Sean's Oasis, but this was a messed up situation, alright? Sometimes this stuff happens. And it starts to glimmer and glisten, and I start to see something emerge from the box. First in drips and drabs, and then more fully formed. A little bit of flesh comes up out of that box. And I'm like, this is too weird. This is messed up. I gotta go. I can't be freaking here with this little bit of flesh ball. But then, like, the sound of the high-pitched sound starts going. I turn to walk away, and the high-pitched sound goes again. And I go, oh God, what, does it need my help? Can't somebody else deal with this bit of flesh that just came out of a box that just came out of a gray pipe in Midtown Manhattan? Poof, me and my bleeding heart, huh? So I stop, I look down, I go in for a closer look. And yeah, there it is. It's clear as day. It's a little bit of flesh resting on top of an exit slot on a black box. And it starts cooing gently. And I say to myself, is this thing cooing? Some person's walking by, I go, hey, come here. Is this thing cooing? And they just push past me, or they were on their phone, double thumbing it, don't even look up. They either push past or they don't even look up. I'm going to everyone, hey, is this thing cooing? Nobody will make eye contact with me. Cup Soda says only in New York, baby. Amen. Wrong. Once again, only in New York, baby. Amen. So I'm staring at the flesh. I'm real close to it. Too close, some might say. It's cooing. Before I know it, it expands to a much greater size. I was not able to get photography of that moment because I was freaked out. It expands to a huge size and envelops me. Did all the fast walkers and the double thumb texters witness it happen? I couldn't know because I was so surrounded by pulsing flesh. and the sounds were all muffled. All I could hear was the cooing that I had heard earlier, but much deeper. Coo, coo. Very scary. I was freaked the hell out. Surrounded by pulsing flesh. Midtown Manhattan fades into the distance. New York Shockstone says, Sean's standing there like, it's portaling time. Lo and behold, yes, this was not my first rodeo. This isn't the first time I encountered a strange creature or situation in New York City. And I damn well don't believe it'll be my last. So I start doing, thanks to my experiences with the lotus flower, I start doing my deep breathing things. And then I start deep breathing. I'm surrounded by pulsing flesh. It's squishing up my face. It's squishing my cheeks in like this. The more I try to breathe in, the more it goes and tries to squeeze me. And you might think that at a certain point I would have been like comforted by the hug of the flesh. But no, it was stressful. I couldn't freaking see or hear anything other than, like, you know when you close your eyes and look at the sun and it's red? That's all around me. All around me. I hear I start to hear wind. I start to hear a wind start to blow. The pulsing of flesh, the cooing of a beast, and I start to hear wind blowing. When all of a sudden, it starts to split open. The flesh surrounding me starts to crack open a little bit. I can see out, and I'm in the air with this damn thing. I don't know where I am, but I'm definitely not in New York freaking City anymore. And I look down, and what can I see? What do you think I see down? What do you think I see down? That's right. I see. No. Damn it. Damn it. You do what you can. I look down and I see... Why is it this? Why is it this? Oh, because that was my bad. Hold on. You live and you learn. You live and you damn learn. I look down. I look down and I see a giant glass dome and a field of yellow cubes. We're back to the story. The flesh surrounding me has opened up and is upon my back like wings. We're flying in the air and I'm like, I could get used to this. I'm friends with the flesh now. We've left New York City and I look down and I see a vast field of yellow cubes and a glass dome, and I say, hey, flesh, take me to that glass dome. And the flesh transports an idea into my brain, like, I don't fly where you tell me to, shut up. And I'm like, okay, that was a bit presumptuous of me, totally fair. But now that we're talking, I kind of want to ask, well, what's the deal with that black box that you came out of? And the flesh is like, I don't have to answer anything that you say to me. I hear a voice in my head that's like, I don't have to answer anything that you say to me. And I'm like, okay, jeez. Seems like I touched a nerve there. And the flesh goes, I'm all nerves. Enough. And then the flesh drops me down into a field surrounded by yellow cubes. Cup says, I'm on my phone and the cubes look like peeps at first, like very topical, Easter. That's definitely an interesting interpretation of the imagery that we're seeing here. But no, you gotta believe me when I say that I was flying in the air snapping photos of mysterious yellow cubes in a field and a big glass dome. New York Shockstone says, my neighbor's sidewalk flesh. My neighbor's sidewalk flesh? Like my neighbor Totoro? It's also a very interesting concept. A lot of interesting concepts flying around the chat today. I love to see it. So I get dropped. The flesh says, "Get out of here," and drops me down into the field. I start heading toward the big glass dome because I'm like, I gotta figure something out here. But the closer I get to the glass dome, the further away it seems. And before long, I find myself just standing there, staring down at at an overturned bucket of sliced pineapple slices. What tangled webs we weave when we try to insert nature into our dark, angular designs. And that's the story of New York City for today. The end. Maybe I'll meet the sidewalk flesh some other time. Again. Alright. What time is it? It's 9/11. You know what time it is. What time is it? You know what time it is. It's freaking time to go on down to the SoundFont music zone. Shouldn't have drank so much carbonated beverage. I'm all messed up. Alright, what's up everybody? Hi, it's me, Sean, and I'm gonna be talking normal style. What's up, Marston Pebbles? Marston Pebbles has entered the chat. Cup 1995 says 9/11, Eric Adams' favorite time of day. Eric Adams, say one word that represents New York. If you had to represent New York with one word, what would that word be? And Eric Adams says, New York. This the place where you can open a restaurant and also have 9/11. So welcome to the SoundFont music portion of the program. What's the SoundFont for today? Why, I'm so glad that you asked. The SoundFont for today is, of course, SpongeBob SquarePants SuperSponge for the Game Boy Advance. Now this SoundFont was uploaded to freaking musicalartifacts.com on March 29th, 2026 by username something.sf2. And here's why I chose this sound font, alright? Here's why I chose this sound font. Because in the description, there wasn't much information at all. It just said, this is a sound font for SuperSponge. And then in parentheses, it said, note, it's too difficult to use. When I read that, I said, something.sf2, my dear friend, you've got a freaking Sean's Oasis on your hands. Marston Pebbles says, New York to me means the Mets currently have 20 scoreless innings. That is fucked up. You gotta believe, Marston. You gotta believe. But so, alright. SuperSponge. Apparently, it's, quote, too difficult to use. And as we can see from the list of SoundFont files, yeah, these files seem pretty hard to process, right? There's a million of them, and they're all called type O at OX1FC, da-da-da-da. This is pretty raw stuff. Cup says Daniel Lopatin has entered the chat. I assume that's because of the reference to the Mets, but perhaps it's a reference to plumbing the depths of an unknown sound font. I made a whole album out of SpongeBob Super Sponge, even though I was warned by something.sf2 that it's freaking too hard to use. Marston says they're a Dodgers fan. They just love the Mets, you know what I mean? And that they're excited for Sponge. Cup says being a Mets fan is not for the weak. Amen to that. I'm like a Mets fan by proxy. But anywho, okay. So, what we got here is a million different files, and I don't know what any of them are. And I'm about to get signed to Warp freaking Records. So, we just start anywhere with this, right? We're just going to have to start anywhere because it's all made up. It's all made up. And now we can see from this waveform, there's something. We got something in here. Let's boost this boy a little bit. Already sounds pretty nice. That's it. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Where's the loop? I'm just gonna do it normal style, alright? Oh, babo. Hey, chill. Oh, babo, 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 ba. Oh, bado. How come when I'm capturing it's doing it all crazy? Something's gone crazy here at SuperSponge. Something.sf2 was definitely not considering this. Some updates from the chat. Cup says, yeah, he would love to make an album out of an impossible SoundFont. Yeah, dude. Marson Pebble says, this song better have slide guitar, the classic sound of Sponge. Buddy, if you can find a freaking slide guitar in here, God bless. Cup says ukulele.sfz and jellyfish.sfz. The ultimate of SpongeBob SoundFonts. I'm gonna add a pitch or a scale, a chord to this baby, so we can just get. Is the heaving good? Is the heaving good? Cup says it's already sounding quite spongy. Hell yeah, dude. I'm just gonna be a little lost in the murk for a little bit, but we'll find something, right? Would you sue me if I just like freaking quantize this? It's making me crazy. I'm just fucking, excuse my language, but I'm just putting everything on the damn beat. We need something to hold on to in this murk of impossible SuperSponge. Not that, though. put some delay on this thing. It creates a bubbly texture. Not that much. The briny deep isn't that unknowable. I need something long. Excuse me? Excuse me? Freaking excuse me? This is SpongeBob. This sounds like SpongeBob. Okay, we need to focus up. Cup says we need some really evil sounding guitar to come in. Marston says this is just gonna end up sounding like the mollusk just by the transitive property or whatever. We're all... This is laser. That's a straight up bubble. This will just get... We'll just get this one every, We'll just get this one every once in a while to... Because this thing is already creating a quite a nautical sort of situation. Who lives in a pineapple, I'm gonna see. But we're gonna have to put the similar delay on the bubble there. Give me bubble. Give me bubble. It's gotta be lower though. It's gotta be like the low end. Because it's going deeper and deeper into the sea. New York Shockstone says, Oasis man, take me by the hand. I don't like this line. Hold on. I'm gonna introduce a second chord. I mean, that's it, right? Cup compliments me by saying this is so cool sounding. It's like, have you ever heard a shortwave TV signal? It's like the chugging sound in a shortwave TV signal. Or the little SFX in the back of my boo. Marson says it's a great song for taking a bath, and Newark Shock Zone says claps in triplets. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I just need a freaking pad. Oh. I need a damn pad. Marson Pebbles says SpongeBob's pad is a pineapple. Which is very true. All these sounds are messed up. They're all crunches of sand and shell. Finally, something normal. There it is. Now we're making sweet, sweet music. Cup tells me that I didn't heed the warning of the uploader and now I'm understanding their words. It's very true. New York Shock Zone is gonna go out on a limb and say the uploader should have labeled the damn files. They didn't want. Look, listen. They did not want to go through this list of files and label it all. It was too. There, and I quote: "It's too difficult to use. It's too many files. I just wanted to rip the instruments out of SpongeBob. My work is done." It's too difficult to use. It's too damn difficult to use. I just need a pad, and then we can move on. That's... No. Well... Where's just a damn pad, for God's sake? Getting closer. Alright. Okay. Alright. Well, that'll do. That'll. That's not the rhythm. It should be bop 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 bop. That's it. This isn't developing, but that's what this loop-based music does to your brain. Part of me wants to freak it. This keeps happening. I've already tried to develop a show format where I give myself time to develop a track as opposed to just, you know what I do. You know how I do. You know how I do. You know how I do, Cup says it's like selected ambient works. It doesn't need to develop past this. Okay. I fuck with that. Marston says Aphex Sean. Lyric Shockstone says trust the process. Too damn true. I was literally just talking about this. The process is the reward. The process is the goal, dude. If I don't find a damn pad, though... I'm just gonna put a damn arpeggiator on this one. I'm not supposed to have this in for so long. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What about this one? That's it. There's no pad. This song doesn't have a pad. I just need to make it so that this guy just releases a little bit longer. And I need them to glide. Hold on, I'm debating whether or not I should make this person loop. Right? Like, should we just accept the length, or should we make them loop? I think I want to make them loop. It'll be a little more expressive that way. Cup says selected ambient Sean's. I missed that message. And he said, it is like a dobro, a cock-toe dobro. I just need the glide to be like a little shorter. I need this arpeggiator to go up an extra thing and be double time. So it's gonna be like dope dap dope. I'm gonna need to bring the source note down a freaking pitch so it's not that crazy, dude. Are you out of your gourd, dude? That's gonna be it. Yeah, that's basically it. Marston Pebble says, ooh, baby. Yeah, we found it. Once again, we found it. Now what? Thank you. Thank you. Alright. That's enough of that. Enough! I've had enough! No, I was pretty happy with how that turned out. It's crazy. You gotta trust the process. But we're gonna head on now over to the Wheel of Games, baby. we're gonna step on down to the simpler side of things, of play. We're gonna enter the realm of play. No, what do we got on the wheel today? Step 1, we got Legacy of the Wizard. I saw a post on the World Wide Web that showed every state. It's an NES game, old, and it showed every level of the game all at once. It was this beautiful tapestry. I wish I had it at the ready, but we simply do not have the... Fine, I'll find it. Hold on. Well, frickin'... Cup is celebrating John Wick, my co-host, which, thank you. The Vanna White to my, The Vanna White to my, Pat Sajak, of course. Marston has clocked Ribbit King Poggers, Ribbit King. All I was going to say about Ribbit King is I think it's like golf, and Marston seems to have affirmed that by saying frolf. But no, before we move on to the Ribbit King of it all, I want to put a little more sweat on the ball of Legend of Wizard. How do I go to... I don't think I even liked the post. Marston says it's golf with frogs, bro. Did I like the post? I meant to retweet the post. My blue sky is just me promoting the stream. I hate that. Where is it? Did I like the post? I didn't even like the post. I just took a screenshot of it on my phone. Hold on. This is a mess. How does anybody go on the computer? You know? How does anybody know what to do on the computer anymore? So the username was Chris DeLeon. Chris DeLeon, who I think is a co-host of the 8-4 podcast. Chris DeLeon. I'm just gonna retweet it. But no, there's someone else retweeting it, and it looks like they posted it. Oh my god. Oh man, it was John Ricciardi, also a co-host of the 8-4 podcast. There we go. It's from 2 days ago. For God's sake. Here, take a look. Take a look real quick. This is Legacy of the Wizard. Wait, this is Legacy of the Wizard, dude. If we select Legacy of Wizard, this is what we're gonna be dealing with. Cup's telling me I gotta hit the bookmark button, bro. Fair enough. Too true. So, what else we got on the damn wheel besides Legacy of Wizard? We got Print Gallery of Artists, a game designed and created by Daniel Linson and described as a short yet mind-bending platformer. It seemed to be inspired by the works of MC Escher, perhaps. When I searched for the words Print Gallery of an Artist, an MC Escher picture came up. Print Gallery of an Artist. You type it into the computer, what do you get? You get Print Gallery by MC Escher. Next up, we got Factory Balls. Factory Balls is a puzzle game where you are given a ball and a bunch of tools, and you got to make the ball look like the ball that you see. Be the ball you want to see in the world with the power of Factory Balls. It's an update of a Flash game designed by somebody named Bart Bonte. And Bart Bonte has also put out a collection of all his Flash work. So, you know, I was freaking out about Zombocom earlier, but Flash, I'm being dead ass. Flash was an amazing play space. And I don't say this with nostalgia. I say it with like a sense of like, that was something, bro. Zombocom was freaking real, dude. Zombocom was real, dude. And so is Bar Bronte, and so is Factory Balls. Marston Pebble says that's a Bennett Foddy joint, right? Cup says, okay, Mighty Beans. Yeah, Bennett Foddy is the king of quap. I was just listening to Bennett talking at length about the baby steps. What else we got on the wheel? I gotta wait for the wheel to spin around a little bit. Hold on. Then we got Ribbit King, which we've already discussed as being frog golf. Then we got Exit 8, which I threw on here because one, I'm tripling down. I think the Backrooms is cool. Yeah, I freaking said it. I think the Backrooms is cool. I don't care who knows it. An Exit 8 is a Backrooms-like, liminal space-like game where you walk around scary hallways. It's been turned into a feature film. I can't believe they actually made a movie of it. Cup said, yeah, we just have Unreal Engine now when compared with Flash, I suppose. We got Godot now. We used to have Flash, now we got Godot. Without further ado, let's spin the freaking wheel of games. Let's spin that. Hold on. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Hold on. Hold on. Y'all ready for this? We ready to spin that wheel? What are we voting for, folks? Marston was pretty stoked for the Frolf of Ribbit King. But me, myself, I'm kind of stoked for Legacy of Wizard and Factory Balls, and also Exit 8, and also Print Gallery of an Artist. It looks like it's Factory Balls, though, dude. Let's freaking go, dude. Let's give this one up to Bart Bronte, ladies and germs. Ladies and germs, let's give it up for Bart Bronte and Factory Balls. So just give me a second here, and I'll load up the balls. I'm loading up the balls now, folks. Cup says that he cares about my Backrooms opinion. That's nice. And Marston says they saw a good video where Larry wait, you should be seeing this. Hold on. You should be seeing all of this. This is gonna be so good. This is gonna be freaking good, dude. I'm freaking stoked for Factory Balls. Marston saw a good video where Larry the Cucumber from VeggieTales went to the Backrooms. Cup said that would traumatize an old roommate of theirs, I think. Marston says I put a lot of hours into Factory Balls as a kid. Marston knows Factory Balls? Factory Balls is new to me. I don't know what Marston and Cup are talking about in the chat, but God bless. They're like in the corner of Sean's Oasis while I'm up on stage. They're just chatting along. Extra boo. Let's start with A, the famously beginner letter of the alphabet. I gotta make it orange and blue. Click. Oh, and then I put that hat on, and then I do this, and then I take the hat off? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my, Marston are my Statler, and Marston and Cup are my Statler and Waldorf going, our roommate would have died to see Sean's Oasis. Alright, so with this one, what do I do? Oh, I gotta paint them all black, then put some goggles on them, then paint them yellow, and then take off the goggles. Yeah, dude. This is freaking good, dude. I'm chilling. I gotta get all these boxes. Alright, this one's getting a little more complex. This one's a little more complex. So this one we're starting all black, then paint it all white, then paint it all red. Double goggles, dude. Double goggles, dude. Let's go. Cup says, yeah, for me to poop on. Alright, we got multiple belts. We got multiple freaking belts here. So it starts what, pink? This one is a freaking mind bender. This one's bending my mind. Then blue. But no, the blue's gotta be under here. So I gotta start with blue. Wait, take off the belt. I gotta start with blue. Put this, do the pink. Put the big belt, put the blue. Take off your damn belts and let's call that a win. Cup said you doing the voice is why I come to this stream. The Triumph the Insult Comedy Dog voice? For me to poop on. Everybody, Everybody loves my impression of Triumph the Insult Comedy Dog. Wait, I have to pay attention. So this one, I gotta make it an orange and yellow first, then put this on it, then paint it blue. So we're gonna do this, then this, and then this. We're gonna remove the hat, then we're gonna do this and paint it blue, and I think we're done. Let's freaking go, chat. Chat, let's go. Oh, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? What? Ew, I don't like that. Oh. I like that. I like that. How come it only covers that much? Was I not supposed to? Let's start over. Let's paint it pink and then stretch them. The stretching mechanic is very strange. Oh, so I gotta put the eyes on first? Then stretch? Very strange, very good. Marston says they think they owe a couple IQ points to this game. Cup says no. Why are you freaking out, Cup? You gotta put the black on, says Cup. I think there's a chat delay. Which is okay. Hold on. I gotta do... The bottommost is pink. But no, white, I can't add white, so it's gotta stay white. So I gotta paint it blue, then belt them up, then paint them pink. Why you want a delay? Did you rewind the stream, Cup? Or is it the stream that's behind? The computer! Alright, we got some new types of hat. We got a whole new genre of hat here. A hat that covers part of your butt. Or it covers everything but your butt if you're a sphere. Okay. So, we gotta start with that classic... Oh my god, I'm thinking. Yo, Barbronte got me thinking. Cup says whenever it buffers, they just get more behind it. Refresh the page! Refresh the page, Cup! You can do it! You'll see that Rob Schneider at the... I think it was like the CPAC. I've been watching... I've fallen into a darkness of... I watch the Sam Cedar... I watch the clips from the Sam Cedar show now. I'm getting sick. I'm being radicalized by Sam Cedar. I'm being radicalized. And I mean, Marcia says they're in the same boat. Buddy, they know how to do it. Cup says they cannot afford to miss a second of Factory Balls, responding a minute late to me saying you gotta refresh. Look, I haven't been playing Factory Balls. I've been staring down the barrel of getting too into Sam Cedar making copies. Yeah, they showed Rob Schneider doing this like Republican stand-up set, and it was nuts. It was a nutso piece of video footage. What's the name of the show with Sam Cedar? And that's way off topic. It doesn't matter. I'm into it though. Okay, so Majority Report, and what's his co-host called? Because I heard his co-host on Joshua Citarella. Joshua Citarella. I'm falling deeper and deeper into the leftosphere. No, I mean, look. You want me to get freaking real about my politics? I once yelled at Cup that they'll never get an iPhone if they keep volunteering for the DSA. Those are my politics. No, I sort of reflexively, I always turn to Cup as like the actual absolute, like, this person's genuinely... Wait, I gotta start with blue, and then yellow, and then I put this hat on, and then orange, and then I take this hat off, and then I do this hat, and then I do this. And I get to watch Sam Cedar as a treat for solving such a hard puzzle. Emma Vigeland. How do you pronounce her name? She's great. I like her and Sam a lot. I'm falling deeper and deeper into the lefty sphere. No, truly, the thing that's happening is I'm consuming more left Look, I ain't afraid to say it. I'm a leftist. But the thing, I never really dove too deep into the... Like, I used to follow all the Chapo hosts on Twitter before they hosted Chapo. You know, their politics weren't like that well formulated in like 2015 or whatever. But I've never really fully dove into consuming left. I tried listening to In Bed with the Russians and I was like, I do not know what these people are freaking talking about. That was recommended to me by Cup. Marston says, say it with my chest. I'm a leftist. Sorry, I can't think about talking about independent leftist media while trying to solve this freaking thing. Look at this freaking thing. You think I can think about politics while looking at this? Cup said LMAO, no, not the Yasha and Evgenia Power Hour. New York Shockstone said a gamer and a leftist. Thank you, New York Shockstone. Cup said I gotta start small. Corner spotty. Sam Cedar's small. Sam Cedar's small, right? No offense to Sam Cedar. Wait, I have to focus up. I have to focus up. I'm not ever gonna be, I forgot his name already because I'm crashing because it's 10:05. I'm not ever gonna be Hassan. Hassan's a freak. I heard him talk frankly about how he's gotta be able to just riff about every headline right away. It's like, good luck, dog. Good freaking luck. Cup says, then once I'm fully insane, In Bed with the Russians. Okay. I can fuck with that. I can fuck with pacing out my journey. What am I doing? I cannot process this one. I've been destroyed by Bart Bonte. I definitely don't start yellow. I know that much for sure. I think I need to just start experimenting. Like... this and this. But the blue has to... like, those are accurate, but... but then how do I swap the... this is so messed up. Is anyone else figuring this one out? Wait, do I just have to do this? And now I've got that. And then I just cover this boy up. And then I create like a new blue paradise. And then I do this and then the yellow. Dare I reveal? Let's fucking go, chat. Let's fucking go, dude. I'm gaming right now. Marston said trust the process. I know. This one's cooking my bean as well. These all cook my bean. My freaking bean, dude. Blue, and then... Blue's gotta be last, because blue's the only part I can't cover up. Pink's gotta be first, because pink I can cover up with freaking everything. Wait, no, yellow's first. Yellow's first. Then I put a belt around it, and then I do pink. Then I put a hat on it, and then I do orange. Yellow's first. Then I put a belt on it and I do pink. Then I take off the belt. I put on a damn hat. I do orange. Then I put the belt on and a hat. And then I do blue and then I win the fucking game. Let's go, chat. Alright. What? I gotta pull this guy's nose out. Orange? Nose? Wait, no. Because you can't color it after its nose, right? Or no, you can you color it after its nose? What? I'll do that. Oh, and I can paint it white. All right, this one's pretty simple. Cup said this is goofy. This one, yeah, that one was a little. That one was a little bit goofy. That was silly. This is so messed up. I am way too tired for this. I love this. What does this scraping do? Just clears it? I did the inverse. Wait. This isn't right at all. Scraping it. Chat, I'm scraping it. Let's do this. But then how can I possibly scrape it? And then blue, and put it back, and no! No! Man, this is so messed up. Cup said, Sean, we need you to make a goofy ass little ball. Regards, the factory. Amen, dude. This ball is making a monkey of me. Both belts, then scrape. Both belts, then scrape? Does this look right to you? Okay. If I do blue, then remove the belt, then scrape. I've got those two. Now I cover the whole thing with blue. Wait, I think I'm good, and then... Fuck. This is so messed up. Oh my god. So I got it. I can never cover up. I can never cover up those. Like, I understand blue and then scrape, but that leaves, how do I now get the white in the middle? How the hell do I get the white in the middle? How the hell? White ball, horizontal belt, scrape. White ball, horizontal belt, scrape. Then vertical belt, scrape. White ball, horizontal belt, scrape. When does the blue enter? Blue. Horizontal belt, scrape. Then vertical belt, scrape. Now I got the damn... this thing again. This is wrong. The blue has to enter only when the belts are on. When the belts are on, all that's visible is... Wait, oh, I think I got something. All right, so I do blue here. I do blue here, and then I scrape. Then we've got that. Yes, dude, I think the way you just verbalized that has unlocked it for me. And then I put the belt here. I do blue. I put the secondary belt, I scrape. I think we're about to reveal the win. Let's fucking go, dude. Thank you, Cup. So you explained it very well. What the hell is this? I'm overwatering this shit. Awesome, says Cup. Okay. It's Winnie the fucking Pooh. Fuck 4th of July. So true. So true, dude. I'm a leftist. Hey, I'm a leftist. I love AOC. I'm a leftist. I love AOC. Red. No, blue. I gotta start with blue. Then cover that boy up. Then do yellow. Then cover that boy up. Then do orange. Then belt that boy up. Protecting those circles in the meanwhile. Let's go, dude. Marston says 250 years of the Great Satan. What? What does that mean? Alright, this one has to be the last one because this is so messed up. I can't even parse this one. I can't parse this one. Blue. No, red. No, black. Red. Blue. No, then black. No, then blue. Then black. Then big glasses, then blue. I did it. That one just looked crazy. But I was able to see through this. Happy 250th birthday to Winnie the Pooh, says Cop. One more. One more. One more. I can't do this. Why did I agree to do one more? I can't do this. Wait, I can do this. Need... This is like the one that really messed me up. Yeah, the belts. Marston in the chat says not the fucking belts again. And yeah, that's my feeling exactly. The belts are... I cannot fuck with the belts. The goggles, I totally understand. Cup says one more, one more. I can't do this. That's like Rocky. Who shall be my factory balls I almost just called Creed Cosmo. Who shall be my factory balls Cosmo? Cosmo 3, directed by Michael B. Jordan. Cosmo, the son of Apollo Creed. New York Shock Zone says seize the means of production in the ball factory. Hell yeah, dude. I fuck with that, given my... The more I like say jokingly that I'm a leftist, the more it sounds like I'm making fun of being a leftist. I'm not. I'm a leftist. I'm not an edgelord. I'm earnest. But then I say shit about loving AOC, and it's like this fucker. This fucker. And New York Shock Zone says a gamer and a leftist. Yeah, I'm a gamer and a leftist. You should go on Blue Sky, New York Shock Zone. If you think, in the same way that earlier in the chat, New York Shock Zone was saying to me that I've never met a townie. New York Shock Zone, tell me you've never been on Blue Sky without telling me you've never been on Blue Sky. You know what I'm saying? Blast it. It's all gaming leftists. It's all people all oscillating wildly between leftist thought and like describing why they like Dungeons and Dragons. It's whiplash, dude. And I ain't talking about the drums. Yo, what if at the end of Whiplash he went like... Cup says Creed Kramer. Marston says dictatorship of the Balletariat. Cup says Blue Skies for gamer leftist townies who are 38 years old. On that, we can all agree. In these troubled political times, we can all agree. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to do with this. Oh, that's wrong, because it's gotta be white. If I do blue. No, but it's gotta be pink underneath. Pink. Pink, da, da. Blue. Pink. Belt blue. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we win. Let's freaking go, chat. I'm a leftist. I don't want to make... I've already gone through this on an earlier stream. I don't want to say... Maybe it is funny to like loud... I already did the joke. Why can't I just trust the joke, you know? On the internet nowadays, it's so hard to trust the joke because it's such a wild oscillation between like deep earnestness and deep irony and like the worst jokes. Gamer leftists are like... It's not that they can't even take a joke. It's like they either make jokes that are like so clearly jokes that it's like... Yeah, man. Or they're like so serious that it's like, whoa, man. But I mean, you gotta... I'm gonna lose it. I need to stop thinking about this. Cup says Letterboxd should buy Blue Sky. Neither website would change. That's funny. This is the last one, I swear. Red. Yellow. Hat. Can I do hat and then headphones? Yeah. Wait. Orange? I'm good at this. Here's why Barrett from Final Fantasy is this generation's Fanon. I see, this is where the leftist... This is... I don't know who Fanon is. Cup says gamer leftist, Jason Unruhu. Who's Jason Runhu? Who's Fanon? I can't do this one. This has to be the last one. I haven't played any meditation music. And buddy, I need it. After this freaking game, I freaking need it. Wait. I gotta make them red and then pull out the red ears. Wait, no, red ears have to go last. Red ears have to go last. Right? Red ears have to go last. Pup says Franz Fanon is the wretched of the earth guy. I don't know what that is. Marston Pebble says, I'll let you borrow my copy. Cup said, he said violence is good when fighting an oppressor. Okay. Okay. Fax me an EPUB. Send me an EPUB of Wretched of the Earth. I'll do the theory. I'll read. I've read Mark Fisher. I'm a leftist. I've read Mark Fisher. Please, I've read Mark Fisher. Okay, wait, so I have to do... No, I do red ears. I do red everything, then pull up the ears. Because when it's ears, the ears don't get painted. Yes, and then I do nose. I did the nose too long! I was so close! I was so close. This sucks. Cup says they're the PDF leftists. New York Shockson says Sean make the ball into a yellow fuck rat. Yeah. I freaking did. Alright, so I did it though. It's black. And this has to be the last one. I need to play some relaxing music so we can all freaking chill. This. Then yellow, then pull it out once. The urge I feel to do just one more. Marcia says looking like damn rat boy genius. Pup says please do not call Pikachu a fuck rat. We should put on Rat Boy Genius. Fuck, I really want... No. There has to be some soothing music. This has been Factory Balls. A game... The first game in a while that, like, I've had to stop myself from playing because I like it so much. This is a real video game. This is good. And apparently there's a new one coming out pretty soon. So here's what we're gonna do. Now we're done with the balls. Now that we're done with the SoundFont music, now that we're done with everything, now that everybody knows I'm a leftist, I ain't afraid to say it. I know in a lot of circles on the World Wide Web, leftist is a dirty word. I watched Mom Donnie's speech. I got emotional. I went from saying like this guy's too charming, I don't trust him, to getting emotional when he was talking. So I was just about to sort of make fun of him. A lot of people say socialist is a dirty word. A lot of people say socialist is a dirty word, but I like that Mom Donnie. Cup says they could fuck up a potato knish. Amen. All right. We're gonna. But here's the thing. It's time to just chill. I'll be back in I'll be back in a short period of time to say goodnight, okay? I should be wrapping up in 4 minutes, but I'm gonna let the meditation music be my guide. See y'all on the other side. That's why they call it Sean's Oasis. For all my bluster at the end of the day, all I want to freaking do is just go, ooh, on the piano. Yeah, I'm a leftist. Yeah, I love freaking factory balls. Yeah, I love SpongeBob SquarePants. But most of all, I love you, chat. I love you, chat. I love you, chat. Hey, chat. Hey, chat. I love you, chat. Hey, chat. Cup is still a freaking minute behind. But nevertheless. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you same time next week. Tuesdays at 8:30. Until something changes. I've put in a request for a 6:30 something. So maybe streams will start being... No, I'm not gonna mess anything up. 8:30 here next week. I'll see you freaking there. Thanks for coming on down to Sean's Oasis. Have a beautiful night. Good night. Farewell. Bye-bye.